Liverpool is reportedly pushing hard to sign an £85 million Brazilian star, and he's open to joining. Newcastle sweats as Fabrizio Romano confirms Liverpool are advancing today in a major signing. A huge breakthrough in the Luis Diaz transfer could happen soon, but Bayern fans won't be happy. Welcome, my fellow supporter. Come and check out the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. If Luis Diaz leaves Liverpool in this transfer window, the club already has a top replacement in mind, Rodrigo, the Real Madrid forward. The Brazilian is considered one of the Reds' preferred options, especially after being given limited opportunities by Xabi Alonso during the Club World Cup. This situation has sparked speculation about a potential exit from Madrid. So far, Liverpool has spent just under £200 million in the market, but that figure is expected to rise significantly in the coming weeks. The club's management believes they are still 3 signings away from completing the squad: a centre-back, a striker, and a winger. The latter has become a top priority, particularly if Diaz is sold. While several names are being considered, Rodrigo stands out as the main target. If completed, the deal would mark a bold move from Liverpool, as Rodrigo is a player wanted by many top clubs. However, according to ESPN Brazil and journalist Eduardo Burgos from Diario AS, Liverpool is in a strong position. Burgos told Redman TV2 that Liverpool has already spoken with the player's entourage and even sent a representative to Madrid to speak with his family. It's genuine. Liverpool has already spoken with his representatives. They sent a delegate to Madrid to speak with the family, and Rodrigo is happy with the interest. He is open to a move, Burgos stated. He also pointed out that the Brazilian has always shown an interest in the Premier League. In fact, 2 years ago, Manchester City tried to sign him. Guardiola personally called Rodrigo, but at the time he chose to remain at Real Madrid. Now, however, his mindset seems to have changed. I think he'll leave because he wants to be the star of the team, and that's very, very difficult at Real Madrid. It's not 50-50, maybe 70-30. He's open to a proposal, and Liverpool could make one. Madrid is asking for around €100 million, or approximately £87 million, a similar figure to what Liverpool expects to receive for Diaz. Although Rodrigo had one of his less productive goal-scoring seasons at Real Madrid, he still matched Diaz's numbers during one of the Colombian's best campaigns at Liverpool. Moreover, Rodrigo is only 24, 4 years younger than Diaz, making him a more strategic long-term investment. New manager Arne Slot is looking to build a powerful and competitive team for the future, and Rodrigo fits perfectly into that vision. With top-level experience and the potential to grow even further, Rodrigo looks ready to take the next step in his career. If the move happens, he has everything it takes to become one of Anfield's brightest stars.
Liverpool is reportedly making progress in negotiations to sign Hugo Ekitike, both with the player himself and with his current club, Eintracht Frankfurt. The Reds are not willing to sit back and wait indefinitely for Newcastle to decide on Alexander Isak's future. With the possibility of the Swedish striker staying at St. James Park for another season, Liverpool has decided to act and seek viable alternatives in the market. Both Isak and Ekitike had highly productive 2024-25 seasons, each scoring over 20 goals across all competitions. The Frenchman's emergence as a target does not mean Liverpool has abandoned their interest in Isak, but rather that the club is taking precautions in case Newcastle refuses to negotiate. Isak is under contract until the summer of 2028, and Newcastle has shown little intention of letting him go. In the meantime, sporting director Richard Hughes has taken proactive steps. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool is advancing today in talks between clubs over Ekitike. Additionally, the Reds are already working on agreeing personal terms with the French striker as part of their plan to secure a new center forward this summer. However, completing a deal with Frankfurt would require activating Ekitike's release clause, set at €100 million, or approximately £86.5 million. Despite being a hefty fee, it is still lower than the £120 million that Newcastle is reportedly demanding for Isak. It's important to note that while Newcastle holds considerable bargaining power, they don't have complete control of the situation. Even with Isak tied down until 2028, keeping him depends on several factors, including securing Champions League qualification once again. Moreover, according to former player and commentator Jan Age Fjørtoft, Hugo Ekitike prefers a move to Liverpool, which strengthens the Reds' position even further. Liverpool is monitoring Ekitike as a way to put pressure on Newcastle. If there is no willingness to negotiate for Isak, the Anfield club will follow another path, possibly more affordable and strategic. Losing Ekitike would be a blow for Frankfurt, but it would bring financial return. As for Newcastle, although they want to keep Isak, they may not be able to hold on to him next summer, especially if the player wants to take a bigger step in his career. At 26, Isak is at his peak, and Liverpool, with its structure, ambition, and regular presence in major competitions, currently offers a more attractive platform than Newcastle. Despite the Magpies' positive moment, the Anfield club is better positioned to meet the ambitions of a player aiming to compete and win Europe's top trophies. It's up to Newcastle to decide whether now is the ideal time to cash in on Isak, who has less than 3 years remaining on his contract.
Bayern Munich could face strong competition from Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia in the race to sign Liverpool winger Luis Diaz this summer. The Colombian, who is under contract with the Reds until 2027, is not officially for sale, and Liverpool has maintained a firm stance regarding the player. However, despite the club's public position, offers in the region of £86 million could be considered, especially in light of growing international interest. Barcelona has also shown interest in signing Diaz. The Catalan club, however, is facing financial limitations that may hinder any concrete proposal. Diaz had a solid 2024-25 season under Liverpool's management, scoring 17 goals across all competitions, and he is seen as an important part of Arne Slot's plans for rebuilding the team. Another factor that could influence Diaz's stay at Anfield is the recent and tragic death of Diogo Jota. This may make the club even more reluctant to release another forward from the main squad at this time. According to the newspaper Sport, Al Nassr is determined to sign Diaz and is willing to pay the amount requested by Liverpool. Cristiano Ronaldo, the Saudi club's star, has reportedly urged the board to finalize the deal. So far, the player has not given any clear signs that he intends to leave European football, but the figures and Al Nassr's ambitious project might lead him to reconsider. Bayern Munich, in turn, has already submitted 2 formal bids, both rejected. The latest offer was around £58.6 million, showing the German club's genuine interest in signing the Colombian. Diaz has reportedly responded positively to the move, with only the clubs needing to reach an agreement. The big question now is whether Bayern is willing to increase its offer to get closer to the £86 million Liverpool is asking for. Despite Diaz's personal preference for a move to Germany or Spain, Al Nassr's entry into the race could change the situation, but only if the player is willing to accept a move to Saudi football, which remains uncertain. If Bayern fails to sign Diaz, the Bavarian club is expected to shift its focus to alternatives such as Leandro Trossard or Xavi Simons. In summary, a major market move could happen in the coming days, and if Al Nassr completes its pursuit, Bayern fans will certainly not be pleased. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.